Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox. Welcome to another Back to Basics video, and today we are going to be covering your Plankerton Storm Shield Defense number 2. Now these are my AFK builds and you can use a ninja, you don't have to place any base or anything. Now with the Plankerton Storm Shield Defense number 2, you're going to have two possible amplifiers that you can place. Now the first one is this one over here, which I have covered on this account, and I'm going to go through the builds with you in a moment. And the other one is this one up here. Now I have covered this one in on my other account, so once I've finished over here I will go and log into that account so I can show you the builds for this one up here, because depending on which one you place will depend on where they will spawn. So with this one, now another thing I want to note with you before we get started: when you do your Plankerton Storm Shield Defense number 2, you will get the introduction of flingers. Now with the flingers, they will initially spawn on wave 1 over this direction. No matter where they are coming from, they're going to spawn over here as soon as your defense starts. So you may want to take them out or deal with them. Just there's only going to be one, so you may want to just get rid of it out of the way. But once you have, then the spawns will be from up here. Now you'll get attacked, of course, on your home base. And from my testing, we had a attack, I think, from the north, and we had attack from the south on the home base. And wave 2, I believe, was the one where they would come for this amplifier. Now for this amplifier, they can spawn from the north, which they will spawn literally just over here. They will come all the way down there. So they can come through these tunnels, which we go through in a second. Or you can have a spawn point over at the east, which will be anywhere over along that section over there. Or they can spawn from your south, which will be anywhere over along this section down here. So for this one, now just ignore these. I've completely run out of metal at the moment, so I'm going to need to go do some farming so I can finish leveling things up. But if we go over to the north first of all, so if they are going to be spawning all the way around here, they can be spawning down in this water, and they can also spawn up here as well. So they are going to head towards this direction here. So what I have done, I've just got like a basic trap tunnel which is set up here just to head towards this natural ramp which goes up to the amplifier. So we've just got some wall darts in it. We've got some wooden floor spikes on the floor which are going to slow them down as they enter into your tunnel. More wall darts, and on the ceilings we have our ceiling electric fields. We do have some broadsides here just to make sure we cause some massive damage across these two tiles here. A wall launcher which is going to fling them back out and make them come through these traps again. And then as they come around the corner, another broadside which will catch anything going along this tile completely, this row. And another wall launcher to fling them back and hopefully get hit by this one to fling them back out. And then if they go through here, which I've left this tile open, I will show you why in a moment. If they come through here, some more wall darts and some more retractable floor spikes on the floor. Now if they do happen to get to the end of the tunnel, then we have a ceiling drop trap up here which is going to send the tires going all the way down here and all the way back into the tunnel, so that will catch them out in there. And that is pretty much it on that side. Now the reason that I left that tile open, because when you do come to do this, you are going to have your wall will be pretty much along this section, so you won't be able to go any further than that. And they will spawn, as I said, from over the east. Now you can get some, although majority of them are going to come either straight down there, straight across here and up this way. You will also get some that will come up along this section, but you'll get a few which are going to take a long route around the back there, come up the top along here. Now there is no option with the wall barrier being in the way for you to be able to block that off. So what I did do is I just put a little bit of a wall here just to, you know, to try and channel them. If they happen to come this far around, which hopefully they shouldn't, then they should just drop straight into the trap tunnel that we've already built on there. But if not, they may come round this way. So we've left another little entrance open here, which we have got a tar pit just to keep them in place to deal damage with our wall darts and our broadside and our electric field there. And if they make it out far enough, then our drop trap will catch them on there. So for any of the other ones which come around this way, they should head mainly towards this section here. You might get the odd one that will go down there, but I'll come to that in a minute. So anything that comes through on this, now these are not upgraded because you won't have the option to, they will be behind the barrier when you come to build for this defense. So you will you won't be able to actually upgrade these. So we've got just a little tunnel set here, which we've got some more broadsides in it. We've got wall launcher to fling them back out down here, and we got retractable floor spikes on the floor, and this will catch most out as they come along. Now with this section here, we've put in some broadsides. I've put two little boxes here just to, you know, cause massive damage as they come through, and they shouldn't really make it any further. If they do, then they can work their way around here. They've got to go through more broadsides and more traps along this to the amplifier here, and that will cover pretty much that side. Now I set up this bit over here because you will get the occasional one that may want to come along this route. Plus we've got the possible spawn from the south, which is where mine got attacked from, and they will be spawning, if I can get up here, along this section around here. So be anywhere around here. So they will come either from this spawn or from that spawn. They're going to head in towards that natural ramp behind there. So we've set up just a little bit of trap tunnels here, nothing massive for this defense, but we've set up a little bit here. You won't be able to upgrade this one because that'd be behind the barrier as well, and they're going to go through all of these retractable spikes here, and the wooden floor spikes then will slow them down before they get up to the tunnel up there, the ramp should I say. A sound wall just in case we need it at the bottom of the ramp. So they're going to head up this ramp. Once they get up to this point, they will get hit by this wall launcher, which is going to fling them all the way back down there, which is why we've got these traps set up on here, so they will catch them as they come back up this ramp to head back in. Then they'll get hit by the tire trap there. And at the very top, we've got a tar pit just to hold them in place, and another launcher which is going to fling them back down there and take some more damage. And we've got our drop traps above our ramp, and we've also got the ceiling electric fields then, which are going to cause them the damage as they're coming up. And if they make it in through here, then they get hit by the broadsides. But we didn't really get any problem from that at all. Now, one thing I do want to note, I did, if I can just get out of here, I did try to set up a little bit of build around the amplifier just to prevent smashers wanting to smash against anything, because you do need something built up there just to make sure smashers don't try, you know, just smashing through your tunnels. But I've also got a tiny little lobber shield here just in case we get any problems with any lobbers, but I didn't have any issues on this defense. We have also got a couple of anti-air traps as well, just for those lobbers, just in case they are needed on that. So yeah, so that is pretty much it for this defense on this amplifier. There's not really much else you're going to need for Plankerton number 2. Once we get into the next one, the number 3, we'll be able to build a lot more defenses up, which is going to help you. But this is pretty much it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over now onto my other account. I'm going to show you the amplifier that I've set up for this one over here, and I will see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm on my 4th account now, and with this one and this amplifier up here, you're going to have 3 possible spawn directions that they can come from. Now, they could come from the west, which will be up there, or they could come from the south, which I will go and show you in a moment, or they will come from the east over here. Now, with the east direction over here, just ignore all of this lot over here. Ignore all of this lot because I'm building up ready for the next storm shield, and ignore all of this lot as well. You won't have any of this available to you. So from the east, they will spawn around this section around here, around this amplifier, which won't be placed for you. This is just because I'm ready for my next one. So they will spawn around this area. So for this, they've got 2 different directions they can go. They can go up this natural ramp up here, or they may come around this way, and again, none of this will be here, don't worry, just ignore that. Or they may come around and up this ramp. So if they come up this ramp, then we've got just a little bit set up here. We don't have any ceiling traps or anything set on this bit, nothing on there. We just got a couple of wall launchers, and we got a floor freeze trap just to try and catch them, and of course some wooden floor spikes slow them down as they come in. So it's going to fling them back down there, which they will either go around the natural way or they will come back up through this ramp again. So if they make it around here, then we've just got a couple more launchers and things which we've set up, and some more freeze traps and retractable floor spikes here. And they're going to head over this direction towards our amplifier up there. So for the other section where they could come and spawn over here, and they will head down towards this. So we've got another wooden floor spike at the bottom, which is going to slow them as they're coming up. Now, as they start coming up here, we do have a sound wall just to make them dance in case there's any propane tanks or anything that come up. And we got our ceiling drop trap then at the top of this ramp, which will go all the way down. Now, once they get to the very top, we've got another wooden floor spike just to be safe, to make them slow down. Wall launcher to hopefully fling them back down the ramp, and some wall darts which are going to catch anything that comes up this ramp, and also anything that comes from that direction as well. And then going to head through here, and to be honest, not very much even makes it up this far anyway, so you shouldn't have any problem with that section. Now for the other one over here, we also have the spawn point down here at the south. It will be around this area, so they are going to want to come up this way, and you're not going to have much space because I've already completed this now, so the barrier is a bit further back, but the barrier is going to be around this section here, so you won't be able to place any further than this. But what we have done, because they're going to spawn over here, they're going to come up this ramp and hopefully head through this tunnel here, but they could go over there, or they could come up here as well. So I have set up just a little bit over here just to catch anything that tries to come up this way. We've got a wall launcher which will fling them into this box in here, and that should send them straight down. Sound wall will make them dance, and just a wooden floor spike then just to slow them when they get up here. So they're going to come over at this point. If they come down here, then you know they're going to fall all the way down there and walk up that. We'll go to that in a second. So they're going to come mainly around this section, and we've just got a couple of wall darts set up here. Nothing too much. And from this point we have some floor launchers and a wall launcher. Now this is going to fling them all of the way down there, and when it does, it means they've got to walk all the way around this, all the way back up here, and all the way back up this ramp to start again. So it's going to keep them busy for quite a long time. If they happen to make it past that, then we've got our flame grills and we've got our wall darts on there. We've also got ceiling drop traps up atop here. Make sure that they are at least 2 high, 3 is preferred, and that way they won't get any damage from propanes, but they will catch anything coming in through here. And then we've literally just got like a last timeout box then before they actually come to the amplifier itself. So that should take care of most of those. Now for all of the ones that do get flung down, as I said, they will walk all the way around there, but they will also want to walk up this ramp here as well. So we've got another wooden floor spike at the bottom of this, just to slow them when they're going back up this ramp. And if they get up to the top here, we've got some drop traps which are going to cause some damage as they're coming down. We've got more wall darts and more wooden floor spikes on the floor, and we've got this, which I'm going to go into that bit in a second, because that's mainly for the other west spawn that you may get. And yeah, that generally takes most of it out anyway, and you don't need to worry about them in there. So the west direction, if we get over to this, okay, they're going to spawn around here, so they're going to be heading directly over this direction. Now we do have this little bit of wall I've placed up here. This is just to stop any of the lobbers or flingers that might want to stand at the top of this part, just to fling directly at our amplifier over there. So it's going to prevent them wanting to do that, so they're going to drop down into this. They will get hit by the wooden floor spikes, which is going to slow them into our tunnel. Now we got another wall launcher on this, which will fling them all the way down there, so they've got to start up and go up the ramps again. And if they get any further, another wall launcher, fling them down there. At every point we can, we're going to fling them down. Now from this bit here, I've set up 2 directions they can go. They can either go straight down here, which is going to go into this big tit.
Say what?
Which is going to go into this big pit down here. We've got a floor freeze trap at the very bottom to hold them in place. We do have our drop traps up above, which would be dropping down on them as they're in there. We got a sound wall, and we've also got some darts down there as well, and plenty more up here to catch them as they're going through. Now if they happen to want to come this far around, then we've got some more wall darts here, but we've also got wall and floor launchers here to fling them all back down there and make them go through all the process again. And if they get far enough, then they're just going to fall straight into the tunnel, which we already set up and went through just now. So they'll just, you know, head around here, but you shouldn't have any problems. I did do this one from this amplifier live on stream and didn't get any problems whatsoever. So yeah, that should be perfectly fine. There shouldn't be any problems, and you should be able to complete these whether you place this amplifier or whether you place that one over there. Then you got the builds for both of them. You should be able to AFK them all. So I hope it does help you out. Don't forget to hit the like, smash subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Check the link in the description for all of the playlist and any other videos that may help you. But until the next one, I hope you have a fantastic day and stay safe, my friends.